All right, 49er faithful, 49er fam, 49er gang, back here with another video, man. So with the draft right around the corner, we got to get into this stuff. We got to take a look at the roster and fill any needs we have. So once again, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on them post notifications so you keep yourself up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, let's get right into it. So right after QB, we go right into running back. Running back, it's a crowded room in there. Very crowded room. Now, I've seen even a couple of mock drafts where people have us drafting a running back, which makes absolutely no sense at all. We got too many as it is. And it's not like we have a bunch of bad ones. You have a bunch of great ones. That's a good problem to have. So we all anticipated. I'm going to start out with just naming the guys. We got Raheem the Dream Mostert. We got Matt the Cheetah Breeder. We got Tevin Coleman, a.k.a. TC, a.k.a. Touchdown TC. We got Jeff Wilson Jr., a.k.a. Run Your Ass Over. And then we got Jerick McKinnon, a.k.a. I stole the 49ers money for 2 years, and they liked me so much, they cut my money this year, took my contract off my last year, and basically told me this is make or break. So we'll start off, man. We have a new surge in the running back room, and his name is Raheem the Dream Mostert. I call him Raheem the Dream. Some people call him Mosterati, like all kinds of stuff. This dude has garnered so many different nicknames because he's just that good. Raheem had a breakout season, man, and he's just been doing his thing perfectly, man. Nobody knew he was this good. I saw a glimpse of it in preseason, a few years ago, and then I saw, a glimpse of it in the game, and then he just had an unfortunate injury where he broke his forearm. Then he wound up having to go back to get it adjusted because it wasn't healing right. There's a variety of different things that happen with him, but Raheem the Dream, man, I don't need to go over stats and figures with you. If you're a true 49er fan, you know what this motherfucker went out there and did. He did the damn thing. Raheem came in, man, and just balled out. And I love what he did for us. That game he had against the Packers in the playoffs, 4 touchdowns. He ate their ass alive. Killed them. I'm talking just ran their ass to the ground. They ain't had no choice. They had no hope. You know what I'm saying? So Raheem the Dream, to me, incumbent starter. Guaranteed. He should be the starter. Although we do have a running back by committee, I can tell you that much. It's still, there's still got to be a starter. So next guy up, I'm going to go with Tevin Coleman. Coleman did his damn thing, bro. Coleman did everything he was supposed to do. The guy came in, he showed up, he showed out, and he showed y'all why Shanahan wanted to get him on the squad, man. He just balled. He went in, he balled, man. Tevin Coleman did everything he could, and, when he went down and we needed somebody to shoulder the load, we ran with Raheem. That's what it was. So this is definitely a running back by committee, but you got to be able to do, everything for that. You got to catch the ball out of the backfield. You got to understand the scheme. You got to be able to block, all those things. And, TC does that, so does Raheem. Next up, we got Jeff Wilson Jr. Jeff is just a bruising runner, man. Jeff's he's like a slower AP. He's like a poor man's Adrian Peterson. And I feel like that's a compliment. And the reason I state that is because Jeff Wilson will run you over. When we get on the goal line, that's who we put in. We put him in. And the first couple of games, the dude already had 4 touchdowns. Because when we got to the goal line, hey, Jeff, what's up, coach? It's my time? Okay. Boom. Bow. Touchdown. You don't, look, man, in this league, if I had 12 touchdowns in a year and I only had 100 yards, I think I'm doing fine. You know why? Because it means most of the time when I touch the ball, I'm scoring. It doesn't matter about everything else. I look at my resume. Touchdowns. That's what matters. So Jeff had another TD, man, where he wound up, catching that game winner in Arizona from Jimmy G. And Jimmy threw the ball behind him, mind you. That ball was not perfectly placed. Jimmy just, put that motherfucker up there and it happened. So You got Jeff Wilson Jr. there, man. That's our bruiser. You know, TC is the catch out of the backfield kind of guy, and he's our dual threat. And I believe Raheem the Dream can get better with it, you know, with time. We got Matt Breida. Matt wound up in the doghouse after winding up being injured, after fumbling a couple of times. Like, he just never dug himself out of the hole. And I honestly think that out of this whole running back group, he's the odd man out. You know, they gave Jeff playing time over Matt. Matt was relegated to special teams, bro. Like, when you get relegated to special teams, that just tells you that your coach is no longer fucking with you like that. And they can say all they want that this is on the position coaches to make these switches and rotate guys in and out. I give a flying fuck what you say, bro. There's no way in hell that you don't know that you have someone with Matt Breida's talent and speed on your squad, and he is not on the field making plays for you. That's an automatic, I don't trust you to make the play, so you will sit down. That's how that works, period. So maybe Matt gets out of the doghouse and redeems himself and comes back on strong this year. Who knows? Then we have the oft-injured Jerick McKinnon. This motherfucker has been on the squad for 2 years straight, and they done a goddamn thing. He just took up $18 million fucking dollars, and we paid him to do nothing. Sit on the sideline. First season, tear your ACL. All right, cool. Tore your ACL. You had a year off. You do what you need to do. You and Jimmy both had the same fucking injury, but Jimmy's out there balling, and you're still on the sideline. Why is that? Oh, his knee's flaring up on him again. And then next thing you know, miss another season. So for me, I honestly would have cut him. I feel there was no need to, you know, try to re-sign him or restructure a contract. Bro, get out of here. Go to somebody else. Let them deal with that bullshit. But Shanahan has some kind of, you know, some kind of love for him, man. So he feels like, hey, you need to, you know, show me that you can do what you can do. They picked him up purposely because they felt like he would be the perfect dual threat back because he can't catch the ball out of the backfield. He is good at running routes, and he is a pretty good running back. But since he ain't been doing nothing, what the fuck is the point? So those are our running backs. We don't need to draft a running back at all, people. If we draft a running back, that's just a waste of a fucking pick. And we have needs, so we don't need to waste any picks. We literally have 2 picks in the first. Don't pick again until the 5th. And then we have picks in the 5th, 6th, and 7th rounds. You know what I'm saying? Unless we trade one of those picks in the first round, then there's no need for us. If we don't trade one of those picks in the first round, there is no need for us to draft a running back. And if we do, that makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Absolutely none. We got a crowded running back room, a running back room full of backs that can get everything done. Even though Breida was in the doghouse, perfection. You know what I'm saying? He's still a good running back. I trust him over Jerick McKinnon. I know Breida get injured, but that's the reason why you have Mostert, why you have Tevin Coleman, why you have Jeffrey Wilson. Because if you know Breida gets injured, you already have viable backups. You know, but the starter should be between Tevin Coleman and Raheem the Dream, but that's it. I'll throw fullback in here. We do have Juice. We exercise it's kind of like a 5th-year option to an extent on Juice, so he'll be back, you know, this year. We can definitely appreciate that. There is no other fullback in the game that can do what Juice does, and that's pretty much all that needs to be said. He's the best fullback in the game, period, and I have no need to really go in depth on that. We're good. We're not going to draft a fullback. We don't need a replacement. We're solid. But that's it for the running backs, and of course for the fullback, which most teams don't have anymore. I'll be back with another video. We're going to hit these wide receivers up. That's going to get a little bit in depth and a little bit longer.